Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to the continuation of our 1969 Payoff Pitch Mets replay. And it's the Mets, September 13th. Tom Seaver versus Luke Walker. Mets are in second place by one game. They lost a doubleheader to the Pirates, who are in first just in the last couple of days. And they've fallen to one game behind the Pirates. If they win today, they will be tied with the Pirates. And they have their franchise, the best, going against Luke Walker. Luke Walker, who was 4-6 with a 3.64 ERA in that 1969 season. He will be going up against the franchise. That's right, Tom Seaver. The franchise will be called upon to basically stop the two-game Mets skid that's going on at the moment. And it's basically the Mets offense that just has not been producing at this point. Pitching's been spectacular. They lost the first game of the doubleheader 1-0, and in the second game doubleheader they lost it in the bottom of the ninth 3-2. The Mets just have not been scoring runs. And let's get started. I will read out the lineup for the New York visiting Mets. We are in Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's going to be Buddy Harrelson, the shortstop, followed by Amos Otis in left field. We have Cleon Jones out because he's nursing an injury, and he is our best hitter, so that is also an issue. Center fielder and batting third is Tommy Agee. Batting cleanup is the first baseman, Don Clendenin. Ron Swoboda, the right fielder, batting fifth. Batting sixth is third baseman, Eddie Charles. Batting seventh is catcher Jerry Grody. Eighth is the second baseman, Al Weiss. And finally, it's Tom Terrific, batting ninth. I'm doing paper and pencil today. It goes a little bit faster, just showing you my collection of 1970, which represents the 1969 Mets. These pictures are taken in October of 1969. It's when Topps took those pictures. So it's basically the team that ended the season is the one that's represented in the 1970 set. That's how they do it. So if you want 69, you got to get 70. If you want 70, you got to get 71, and so on and so forth. Now, the set did not come with Ed Charles. I have to get the 1969 card for him because by 1970, he is retired. His last year was 1969. So I got his card there, and he's a big part of the team and so on. So here goes Tom Terrific. It's going to be the Mets up against Luke Walker. Luke Walker in the replay is 8-3 with a 3.60 ERA. So it's all their one-loss records are improved. I mean, you can't control that. No game engine can really control certain things. So it's just about having fun with it. Here's Luke Walker. He's going to face Buddy Harrelson. Here's the first pitch. And here we go. Play ball. That's a 12, which is a wheelhouse. Wheelhouse 63. And that's grounded to the second baseman. Right there is Alley over to first and gets Harrelson hustling down the line by half a step. Amos Otis, right-handed hitter. And that's a 5.73, a patient 73, and that's a fly ball center field. 2 out. And here comes Tommy Agee. That's a pain. All right, it's an 8, and it's a 12, and a tough 12. Strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits. Matty Alou against Tom Terrific. Tom Seaver on the mound. How's he doing? Let's see. Got a 4. I will tell you in 1 second. How's he doing on the season? I believe he's 14-13 with a very low ERA. Again, the Mets don't score a lot of runs. 2.29 ERA, 14-13. So imagine that. Gives him about 2 runs a game, and he still has 13 losses. Matty Alou. And Snake Eyes, it's in play, 51. And that is a fly ball left field. 1 away. Gene Alley next. A 6-45, that's a tough out. And that's a K. Alley swings and misses at a Seaver fastball. And next is a 9er, which is patient, a 98. And it's a fly ball center field. Under it is Agee. 3 up, 3 down. No score after 1. Don Clendenin steps in the box against Luke Walker. And that's a in play 90 ground ball shortstop. Patek throws out Clendenin. Ronnie Swoboda, that's from the right side, a 544. That's a patient. And a 44 is ball 4. So Swoboda walks. And we have a 5 that will not be enough for a attempted steal. Eddie Charles is up. And a 788. And in play 88. And it's grounded to the shortstop. And that is going to be a 6-4-3 double play. So Patek to Ali to the first baseman, Oliver. Ground ball, double play to 6. There you go. 3 up, 3 down. Well, 3 up, 3 down. Not really. Mets, no hit, no runs, no hits in that inning. All right, Bobby Clemente's up against Tom Terrific, one of probably the greatest players of all time. 3, it's defense, a defense 75. Let's see what that becomes. We're looking at an error second base. Our second baseman is Weiss. And error range for Weiss at second base is a 2. So he is 1 to 59, and we have a 75. So it's a ball that he gets to. And he throws out Clemente. Next is Al Oliver with a 10 and a 7. That's a ballpark. A ballpark against the right. It's a 54, and that's a deep drive. Right center field. Swoboda and AG back to the wall. And that's out of here. 1-0 Pirates. Al Oliver with the second home run of the 3-game set. Manny Sanguillen's next. It's a snake eyes in play, 12-line base hit for Sanguillen. Strokes a single to left center field. AG cuts it off, gets it in. Sanguillen had 8 stolen bases. 1 out, 1 on. Here's Hebner. Left-handed batter. It's a 6-16. That's a tough out. 16 is strike 3. 2 out. And here comes Patek. It's a 9er and a 72 and a patient. 72 is fly ball center field. AG drifts under it. 1 run, 2 hits. At the end of 2, Pirates 1-0. Jerry Grody. Luke Walker on the mound for the Pirates. 1-0. The Mets trail. Grody with a snake eyes ballpark 0-8. We're looking at in play, and that is a deep drive. No. Ground ball, shortstop. Patek fires the first in time. Weiss. 9er and a 27. That's a patient 27. That's ball 4. So Weiss walks. Here comes Seaver. We're going to let Seaver bat. And that's a 9er and a 22. That's a patient. Patient 22 is a ground ball and through the left side for a base hit for Seaver. Will this send Weiss to third? We don't know. And nope, Weiss stops at second. So it's first and second. Seaver with a base hit. Helps his own cause. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Mets need to explode in 1 inning just to pick up 5 or 6 runs. All right, here's Buddy Harrelson. Runners on first and second. That's a 7-0-2. A 7 is in play. 0-2 is a line drive base hit. And Harrelson batting from the right side pulls it into the corner. And after it is a left fielder, Stargell. 1 run scores. And let's see if we can get Seaver to score. And yes, they're going to wave Seaver home. And here's a relay, and he is safe. Throw was offline. It's going to be Buddy Harrelson. Puts the Mets up with a 2-run, 1-out double here in the top of the 3rd. Right, just what the doctor ordered. It's a 7-0-2, and that works. And that's a 5 is a patient. And 85. '85 is a ground ball to the shortstop, and that's going to keep Harrelson at second base. Here's Tommy Agee. A 643 is a 6 of tough. A 43 off Agee's card is a strikeout, and that retires the side. But the Mets take the lead on 2 hits and a walk. A big 2-run double by Buddy Harrelson. I don't know why I was going to say Rusty Stop. All right, Luke Walker leading us off. He's a pitcher hitting card 1. That's in play 94. That's going to be an out for sure. It's a fly ball, shallow left. Racing in is Otis, and he makes the catch, one away. And a 786, that's in play, 86 on Alu. Grounded to the second baseman, Weiss, and Weiss flips it to Clendenin for out number 2. Mets lead at 2-1, bottom of the third. Gene Alley with a 6. That's a tough out. 0-3, strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 out, 3 up, 3 down for Tom Terrific. And he picks up his 3rd strikeout of the game. Luke Walker against Don Clendenin. A 732 and a 32 versus the lefties. A line drive, base hit center field, played on a hop by the center fielder, Alu. Ross Boat up next. And a 9er and a 90. That's Patient. Patient 90 is a ground ball to shortstop. That 9 I don't think is going to do it. No, it's not. It's going to be a 6-4 fielder's choice. No throw to first as Clendenin goes in hard and breaks it up. Ross Boda's at first. Ray Charles, we're going to try to hit and run with Ray Charles. Ed Charles, excuse me. For a tough 25 against a lefty is going to be a strikeout. Probably a strikeout, throw him out. Yep, it is. So it's a 2-4 and a K, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. Go to bottom of the 4th. 2-1 Mets. If Mets win this game, they take back first place. Well, actually, they tie for first place. And a 6. Tom Seaver, 648. Tough out 48, and that's a ground ball for the first baseman. Clendenin takes it himself, 1 away. Stargell grounds out. Here's Roberto Clemente. A 5's a tough out. 31 is a strikeout. So Seaver, with his 4th K, strikes out Roberto Clemente with a high fastball. And Al Oliver, who homered, he accounts for the only run for the Pirates. That's a 7 and a 47. That's in play. 47 is a ground ball to third baseman. Who's at third base? Ed Charles up with it over to first and just gets Oliver, who's hustling down the line. Luke Walker now, top of the 5th. No runs, no hits there for the Pirates. Go to top of the 5th. This game's really moving along. Jerry Grody with an 886, and 8's a tough. And a tough 86 is chopped to short. Patek charges, fires to first in time. Plenty of time to get Grody. Does not run well. And Weiss with a 6, a tough 0-8. It's a strikeout. And that is strikeout 1, 2, 3, 4 for Luke Walker. Luke Walker can go 8, and I think Seaver can go 9. And here's Tom Seaver. Got a hit earlier in the game. 0-0 is going to be defense. And it's a range second base. We have to roll that again. Range second base is 73. Let's see what the second baseman is like. Ali is a range A, so he's going to get to that ball. Great play by Ali. Skids, pops back up on his feet, fires the first in time to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Walker in the 5th. Let's go to our scoreboard. And the away team is leading 2-1. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Manny Sanguian, here's the pitch from Tom Terrific. And it's an 8. It's a tough 66. And that's chopped to second. Weiss waits back now, charges over to first in time. Richie Hebner, a 10-68. That's a ballpark. 68 takes us into the in-play zone, which is at a 55, and that'll be an out. Fly ball left field. Right there is Otis. Amos Otis playing left field for the Mets today. Cleon Jones is down and out, nursing an injury. And that's a 96, tough out. 90 is a ground ball to the shortstop, Harrelson, and he throws out Patek, who runs very well. Harrelson just got rid of it immediately. Go top of the 6th, 2-1 Mets. Top of the order for the Metropolitans. Luke Walker on the mound for the Pirates. And when my 10-sided die went flying, I see it down there, but I'd rather just grab another one. See if I have another one available to me. I usually have, yep, here's another one. I usually have 2 or 3 around. All right. Don't want to get under the table. That won't be pretty. Here's Luke Walker to Buddy Harrelson, who's leading us off. Harrelson's 1 for 2. He had a big 2-run double in that 3rd inning. He accounts for the 2 Met runs with that double. That's going to be in play. And it's an out. It's a fly ball left field. One way. Amos Otis, 66. That's wheelhouse, 0-2. Oh, he doesn't have that on his card, unfortunately, but he drives one, and that's going to be over the center fielder's head. And Alou is after it and gets it, plays it, a bounce off the wall, and throws it in quickly. But Otis is standing at second with a 1-out double. Here's Tommy Agee. Pitch to Tommy Agee. An 11 is defense, 97. That's going to be an out. Let's see what kind of an out it is. It's going to be to the 3rd baseman. Line drive and caught. And here's Clendenin with 2 outs, runner on second. Mets could pick up an insurance run. They're up 2-1 in the top of the 6th. And that's not going to happen. A 6 is a tough. A 94 is a fly ball. Deep left field. Back goes Stargell to the track, makes the catch. And that retires the side. Mets with no runs, 1 hit. And it's the bottom of the order. Walker leading it off here in the 6th. And that's an 8, which is a tough 19 is a strikeout. Number 5 for Seaver. Top of the order now, Alou. Here's Matty Alou, and 10 is ballpark. 15 is going to take us to wheelhouse. And it's a 17. That's a line drive base hit single for Alou. He strokes a frozen rope to right center field, and it's played by Swoboda. Gets it in. Alou is not going to steal with that number. Here's Gene Alley. We'll try hit and run on that. That's a patient 52. Patient 52 is a ground ball to the 3rd baseman. There's going to be only 1 play. Patient, actually, we have to, wait a second. With the patient, that's a different rule. With a 52, right? I said it was a 52 on patient. That's on a hit and run, it's a different rule. And a 52 is going to be a ground ball to second base, runner's advance. And it's not really totally necessary to have a totally separate rule for hit and run. It's just that you're trying to make contact to keep the ball in play, and the runner's trying to avoid the double play. That's all that's happening there. If you can, push it through a hole, that's great. In that instance, it's Alley, who's a right-handed batter, so then the second baseman would be covering, and so he'd try to kind of go the opposite field to try to get that hit. But really, ultimately, it's about avoiding the double play ball, staying out of that double play. So now with 2 outs, there's a runner at second base, and here comes Willie Stargell. Here's the pitch from Seaver. Tying runs a second base, and that's going to be a 7 is in play, 25, and that's going to be line base hit. And this is going to score Alou to tie the game. So RBI single for Stargell, who won yesterday's 2nd game with a 2-run single in the bottom of the 9th. So Stargell's on the first with 2 outs, tied at 2-2. And a 10 ballpark 81, that takes us to in play 33, and that's a line drive base hit off the bat of Clemente. And Stargell's going to hustle all the way to 3rd base, 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. So Seaver dealing with a little bit of a crisis here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's all tied at 2, but the Pirates are threatening here, and Al Oliver, the Met killer, is got 2 home runs already in this series. Here's the pitch, and a 5 is a tough out, just what the doctor ordered for Tom Terrific. A tough out is a fly ball left field, and under it is Otis, and that retires the side. So the Pirates tie the ball game up with 1 run on 3 hits. It was a 2-out rally for the Pirates. And here comes Ron Swoboda against Luke Walker. All tied at 2. Here's the pitch to Ron Swoboda. That's a 4.56, a tough. And a 56 is a strikeout. That's strikeout number 5. Mets are fighting for first place. They're 1 game behind the Pirates. If they win this one, they'll be tied. Ed Charles. That's a 4.74. And a tough 74 is a fly ball deep center field. And right there is Alu, who runs it down, 2 outs, and here's Jerry Grody. Before, again, another tough 87 is a ground ball to shortstop. Patek up with it, fires the first in time, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 7th. So it's the stretch time, and we're going to look at the score. It's 2-2 here in the 7th inning. So Pirates 2, Mets 2, 7th inning. Mets win this one. If Mets can pull it out, they tie for first place. Manny Sanguin's up against Tom Terrific. And it's a 7, in play 43. And that is a ground ball to the first baseman, Clendenin. Flips to the pitcher covering. 1 away. Richie Hebner's up next. Left-handed batter. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and flied out. And that's a 4. A patient 24 is ball 4. So Seaver allows another base runner. Freddie Patek now. And a 7.42 is in play 42 is a ground ball to the third baseman. On that 7, can we get a double play out of it? That's the question. And no, the 42 is going to be a 3-6 fielder's choice. That puts Patek on at first. He's always a danger to go, but with a 7, he will not go. Walker. That's a 6, tough out, 51. That's a strikeout, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. Go to top of the 8th, all tied at 2. And that is Seaver's 6th strikeout of the game. All right, Walker's still in there. It's going to be Al Weiss leading it off. A 5.77, that's a patient 77, is a fly ball, shallow center field. Racing in is Alu, and he gets there for the out. 1 away. Tom Seaver's next. We're not pulling him out. And that's an 8. A tough 39 is a strikeout. Number 6 for Walker. And here's the top of the order, Buddy Harrelson. And an 8.45 is a tough 45 is a line drive, and it's a base hit. Falls in front of the center fielder, Alu. So Harrelson has his 2nd hit of the game. His first one was a 2-run double. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's Amos Otis. And a 66 is wheelhouse. A 13 is going to be a little blooper that falls in there. That's going to send Harrelson to third, first and third now. It's a 2nd hit for Amos Otis. Runners on first and third, 2 outs, top of the 8th. And feels back. Here's Tommy Agee, see what happens. And that's not going to do it. A tough 67 against the lefty is a strikeout, and that retires the side. So unfortunately, the Mets leave 2 on. Story of their life. And it's the bottom of the order. Actually, no, that bottom of the order went by the boards. It's the top of the order. Alu is leading it off against Tom Terrific. And let's do a scoreboard check. We are in the 8th inning now, still 2-2. All right, here goes. And it's a 6. That's a tough out. 31 is a ground ball to Clendenin. Scoops it, steps on the bag. 1 away. Gene Alley next. 11 is a wheelhouse 53, and that is a line drive base hit off the bat of Alley. So Alley strokes one. He's on with a single. Here comes Stargell. Snake Eyes is in play, but 74. It's not going to do it. 74 is a ground ball to short. That's going to be 6-4-3. Harrelson to Weiss to Clendenin. So it's a ground ball, double play to the shortstop. No runs, 1 hit. Top of the 9th. See if the Mets can get something going here. Luke Walker's still in there. And that's a 9.24. That's a patient 24. Ball 4, so Clendenin walks. The Mets have a leadoff runner. And Clendenin's a 7 running. We're going to leave him in there. Ronnie Swoboda. It's a 6 and a 58. That's a tough. Uh-oh, that's trouble. And a 58 is a strikeout. So Swoboda swings and misses. There, Charles is next. And that is a 354 in play. 54 is a fly ball right field. Right there is Clemente. He's under it. Squeezes for the out. 2 out. Here's Jerry Grody. We need something tough. Tough 44. And that's going to be a ground ball up the middle and through. Nobody can get it. And going to third is Clendenin. So we got first and third now. It's going to be Al Weiss. Here's the pitch to Weiss. And that's in wheelhouse, but it's a 55. That's going to be an out. Jesus Christ. Fly ball, shallow right. Clemente racing in. Will he get there? Oh, nice sliding catch by Clemente, saving a run. No runs, 2 hits, 2-2, bottom of the 9th. This will be the last inning for Seaver because he's due up in the next inning. Here's Clemente leading us off. That's a 5-27. A 5 is a 12. Tough out. 27 is a strikeout. So Seaver strikes out Clemente for the second time, and that's Seaver's 7th strikeout of the game. Al Oliver, he's trouble. 5-92. Again, a tough out is a fly ball right field. 2 out. And here's Manny Sanguillen. And Sanguillen with a 6, a tough out again, an 80. Tough 80, and that's a pop-up to the shortstop, Harrelson. No runs, no hits. And it's the I guess we got to start again, right? It's the top of the 10th inning. Top of the 10th inning, all tied at 2. And we're going to let Luke Walker go another inning. And we need a pinch hitter. It's going to be Eddie Kranepool. I was bringing it. Actually, you know what? I'm bringing Eddie Kranepool's a lefty. We need to bring in righties today. Righties. Bobby Fowle can come in. Gaspar can come in to hit. Oh, no. Let's see. Let's look at who can hit for the Mets. Let's do the bottom of the inning. 7K7. I'm using Replay PC Baseball to help me track who's available, who isn't, and all these other factors. So we got a guy named Heiss. We got Duffy Dyer. We got Bobby Fowle. I'm going to bring in Bobby Fowle pinch hit. So there goes Seaver. He's out. He had a great game as usual. The Mets can score here. Then he can pick up a victory. Here's Luke Walker to Bobby Fowle. That's a 10 and a 12, patient 12, and that is ball 4. So Fowle gets on base. And that brings up Buddy Harrelson. We're going to try hit and run with Harrelson. And there goes Fowle. He's on the run. A 9 is a patient 15. A patient 15 is going to be a base hit single, runner to third. So the Mets have a runner at third base here with nobody out. Amos Otis is next. And we're going to bring in a reliever. I'm going to pull off a double switch with a catcher. So let's see who the other catchers are for the Pirates. I believe it's May's the catcher. I think his name is Jerry May. He'll come in and he'll catch. He will bat 9th. Oh, wait. Yeah. Pitcher is going to go into that spot, and then May, new catcher. Done. 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 And so what do we got going? We got a new pitcher. We haven't picked him out yet. Let's pick him out. And it's going to be I guess their top guys are Given, and yet we used Giving last night. We're going to use Hartenstein, who barely pitched in yesterday's game. Hartenstein, if you will. Hartenstein, tomato, tomato. Let's see what happens. Hartenstein's coming in. All right, him in. All right, Hartenstein to Amos Otis. Runners on first and third. See what happens. And that's a 7 and a 41 in play. Infield's in on this, just so you know. Mets could have actually brought in a pinch hitter. And you know what? I did go a little bit fast. Mets going to bring in a pinch hitter. It's going to be, I didn't really look at the number yet. Mets are going to use, kind of just rolled real quick. Kenny Boswell's coming in to pinch hit. So Boswell's going to pinch hit here for Otis. So he's in there. And whatever this number is, let's see what this number becomes. Hold on one second. Okay. All right, guys, I'm sorry. Pest control was at the door. All right, so here goes. I looked at that. Let's see, Kenny Boswell, 7. 7 is in play. 41 against a righty is going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. Now, with nobody out, I usually hold. So that's what I'm going to do. That's kind of because I play a lot of games, a lot of different teams. So I just have one standard way of doing it. And I would probably hold. There's nobody out. So there's still opportunity for a sacrifice fly or grounder. So I don't want to get thrown out and then not have that guy at third base. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's the way I manage. So what happens there? And now we're going to get Tommy Agee. Tommy Agee's coming to bat against Hartenstein. Here's the pitch. Now let me set you up. It's 2-2. It's top of the 10th. 1 out. Runners on second and third for the Mets. Now they could walk him and have the opportunity for a force out at home. Bases loaded, force out, and then even a double play. So let's walk Agee. He is a 300 hitter, one of the better hitters. So intentionally walk for Agee to load the bases. Don Clendenin. And Don Clendenin, do we go righty against Don Clendenin? He's really good against lefties. We should actually bring in Kranepool, who's much better against righties. So we're gonna bring in Eddie Kranepool, who's gonna take over at first base, pinch hitter, first base, Kranepool. All right, so Kranepool comes into pinch hit, and here is the pitch to Kranepool, and that's an 8 again. A ballpark 65. That's gonna give us a second roll. Against a righty, it's 1-59. So let's see what we roll. A 76, which is going to be a deep fly ball. See if it's deep. Hopefully it's deep. It's a short fly to center field. Holy smokes. Now I could try to score on this. Buddy Harrelson is going to lose 2 points. He'll be a 5 because he's a 7. He's going to be a 5. And then the outfielder is going to gain 2 points. Actually, he should lose 2 points because then it will be an out. But with So okay, right, okay, so I know how to do it. Yeah, I have a house rule to it. It's a little bit complicated. My base runner is -2. My arm rating is +2, and my out instead of a hold, because I have a section that's a hold section, that's a +2. In other words, he's usually only thrown out in 11 to 12. Well, in this case, he's thrown out 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's a lot of things that could go wrong here. But you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to throw caution to the wind. I need to roll a 2. A 2 or less. No, not a 2 or less. Harold, 5 or less. 5 or less will score him. On the arm rating to the ball to center field, on the arm rating, Alu, let's look at what that is at. Right? Alu is going to go from an 8 to a 6. So anything from a 6 and above, he holds. So he has a bigger advantage right there. So he goes from an 8 to a so the arm rating doesn't get a plus, it gets a minus. You subtract 2 from the arm because that makes it a better arm. You subtract 2 from the runner, that makes it a worse runner, and you add 2 to my modifier, which is already a hold modifier that I have. So it seems like a lot of math, but it really isn't. It's just the common sense. It's just 2 and 2. You know, well, 2 2 2, right? So we're gonna try it. We just need a really low number. Let's see if the Mets can get lucky here. And that's a 5, and he is safe. Great throw by Alu, but somehow, some way, not Buddy House and Bobby File. Wait a second, my mistake. And what speed is Bobby File? That's another issue totally. He's also 7, so he does get in there safely. And on a short fly ball, File surprises everybody and scoots in under the tag. And it's I guess it's a short medium fly ball versus a short fly ball, right? And he scoots in. That's why you don't know what kind of fly ball it is. I mean, you do. It's short versus long, but how long is the long and how short is the short? I mean, can a guy still say, well, you know what, I'm going to try this regardless and get lucky and score? Yeah. So that's what I tried to do here. The Mets take a 3-2 lead on a sacrifice fly by the pinch hitter, Steady Eddie Kranepool, on what was a kind of medium short fly ball. And this brings up Ron Swoboda. So the Mets are up 3-2. And it's a 7. That's in play, 99. And that's popped up. Third baseman makes the catch, and that retires the side. Mets pick up 1 run on 1 hit and a sacrifice. 1 hit, a couple of walks, and a sacrifice fly. It's 3-2 Mets at this point. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Let's see who the Mets are going to bring in to pitch. That's a 6-walk double play. 6-walk double play. All right, perfect. And Hebner now. New pitcher for the Mets. Let's see who the Mets are going to bring in. It's Ron Taylor. So he's not tired thanks to McGraw yesterday, who kind of pitched 3 innings for us. And we needed one of our star relievers, and Ron Taylor is our star reliever, so he's available. That is good news for the Mets and bad news for the Pirates. So here comes Taylor. In the bottom of the 10th, he's going to face the bottom of the order. It's going to be starting off with Hebner, Patek, and then a pinch hitter. Oh, May, catcher. Here's a pitch. See if the Mets can hold on to this lead. It's in play 98, and that's a fly ball to deep right field. So Hebner gets a hold of one, drives it in the gap, and running it down is Swoboda. Fly ball 9. Kranepool's in left field at first base, and and the left fielder is going to be Gosger. We can actually put Boswell at second. Do that. Boswell stays in to play second base, and then Gosger is going to come in here to play. All right. Freddie Patek now. That's a 3, which is a tough 36 is a strikeout. Mets are 1 out away from tying for first place. They still may be actually a couple percentage points behind because they're 1 behind in the loss column, so they may not be tied for first place. Record-wise, they will be, but not in terms of the winning percentage. So May is up. Jerry May is going to bat. Here's a pitch from Taylor. Say 7 is in play, 73. That's going to be an out. And that is a fly ball, center field. AG over, gets under it, makes the catch, and the Mets come from behind. Actually, they didn't come. Well, they did come from behind with a 2-run third inning, and they held on, and then the Pirates tied it up. But then the Mets come back with a run in the top of the 10th to win it. Taylor has a 1-2-3 inning with 1 K in the bottom of the 10th, excuse me. And Tom Seaver went 9 innings. Again, did not get a decision. Oh wait, he actually did get a decision. He gets the win. Tom Seaver goes to 15 and 13. And Taylor's going to pick up a save. The loss is going to go to Hartenstein. I don't know what Hartenstein becomes. I can, let's see. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what Hartenstein becomes right now. I have to input the data. But the Mets are now 86 and 59, and the Pirates are 85 and 58. So the Mets are going to be a couple of percentage points behind second place from the Pirates. So we have game 4 is on Sunday, and then we're going to play 3 games with, I think, Philadelphia, not sure, and then we have a 5-game set. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I believe it's a doubleheader on Sunday with the Pirates again. So this is a crucial 10-game set of games, series of games, a 2 weeks that is just Pirates and Mets, and this is going to decide the division, which is very cool. Pretty much it should decide the division, unless, of course, they just split the games and they end up tied, and then, of course, we'll have to play the last 10 games or the last 10 games of the season and decide, and the season will be decided in those last 10 games. So hey, RJL, brother, let's go Mets. Yes, so the Mets pulled it out basically on a great running decision by Bobby File, and the coach at third base decided that the short fly ball was deep enough. The Mets were hit with a bunch of negative modifiers, but the roll was still low enough to make it happen. And that's about it. So this CP Cards and Dice. Mets break their 2-game losing streak against the Pirates, and they win it by a score of 3-2 in 10 innings. Tom Seaver gets the victory, 15 and 13. Taylor gets the save. The loss is going to go to Luke Skywalker, who pitched a heck of a game. Oh, actually, no, it was Hartenstein who takes the loss. Chuck Hartenstein takes the loss in that 10th inning. And that's all the CP Cards and Dice saying. Thanks for watching Cards and Dice TV. And it's CP Cards and Dice and Bob Murphy and Ralph Kiner say thanks for watching and take care, guys.